breaking news on ABC News Live Weekends. New York State Police say a 9-year-old girl reported missing has been found dead. Investigators say Melina Fradlin was reported missing Saturday night just before 10 p.m. in Lake George, a popular summer destination in the Adirondacks. Police sent out an Amber Alert earlier asking the public for help. Let's bring in ABC's Rena Roy. Rena, what is the latest going on right now?
Yeah, well, Ike, this is just such a tragic end to this frantic search for Melina Fradlin. Investigators announced they found her body in upstate New York in the town of Ticonderoga. And this comes after she was first reported missing by her father last night. And they're both residents of Canada. He allegedly told police she was abducted. Police issued an Amber Alert asking the public for help. But they say it turned out that there's no indication of an abduction. They say as the case progressed, law enforcement identified inconsistencies in the father's accounts of events and the timeline he provided. They tell us the investigation is ongoing, but that there is no threat to the public, Ike.
All right. Thank you, Rena, for that update.
911, what's your emergency?
Hi, my neighbors are yelling. I believe somebody broke into their home. There's a lot of things breaking, and you can hear a lot of loud bangs. They're like yelling really loud.
Start with the address, okay?
You just told me someone with a knife that broke into the window. Nobody has a weapon. I don't know what it is. Look like there's something in the van. Hello? Yeah?
Yes. Hello?
Yes. There's a person. We can't see the dark. They broke into my friend's house. Look like he has something in his hand.
What does he have in his hand? What does he have in his hand?
It looks like a knife. Look like a knife.
He's not right here.
LA County Sheriff's Department.
He's got scissors?
He's got scissors in his hand. Hey, drop everything in your hand. Drop everything in your hand. He's at the door right now with scissors in his hand.
He's got scissors in his hand.
Drop everything in your hand now.
Check out. Watch out.
Hey, girl, he's at the door with scissors in his hand.
He went to the other room.
Which door is he at?
He was at this one, but I think he's walking towards the front.
Okay.
The LA County Sheriff's Department, if you're inside the house, come out with your hand down now. If you're inside Florence Avenue Boulevard, come out with your hand down now.
Right. And it's this window off to the left, correct?
Yeah. Right 140. You saying I got scissors in front, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, scissors in front? So scissors, okay. We're ready to go.
Over. Screaming. He's grabbing her. Get in. Go. In. Go. He's grabbing her. Sheriff's Department! Come on. Hey, grab her feet. Just grab her feet. Hey, someone.
More than 8 years in prison after he was found guilty of rape during his time with the team.
In court today, the victim spoke just before the judge handed down his sentence.
This has been the longest 4 years of my life.
8 years and 4 months. That's how long Ben McLemore will be in prison after being found guilty of raping a woman at a house party back in 2021. It happened while the 32-year-old was on the Portland Trail Blazers team at the Lake Oswego home of his then teammate, Robert Covington.
I've had to continue on with my life with a piece of it left unresolved. These last few years have often felt like a weight that I've had to drag behind me, a constant reminder of the trauma that I haven't fully been able to work through because there was no ending in sight.
He wasn't arrested and indicted until just last year, and today the victim addressed the court, speaking about the years-long process it took for justice to be served.
This experience has taken an immense toll on my emotional and mental health. It's changed me in ways that I've never expected, and yet I've carried this burden in silence. Thanks to the jury's verdict, I can finally feel a weight being lifted. A weight that I've carried for far too long, and while I can't truly describe the relief that I feel, I know that today I stand a little taller and a little freer.
Macklemore was found guilty of several charges, including first-degree rape, despite his claims that the sexual encounter was consensual.
He used my vulnerability against me and then had the audacity to lie about the disgusting act that he committed.
The victim said in court today that she hopes this trial will be a testament that no one is above the law, no matter their status.
So many times we hear about people in positions of power or fame avoiding accountability, but I knew that no matter how famous Mr. Macklemore was or how much he may have loved and respected his family, he was still capable of hurting someone else.
Macklemore was also sentenced to 11 and a half years of post-prison supervision and will have to register as a sex offender.
If you have ever...
7 people are in critical condition and dozens more are hurt after a car plowed through a large crowd of people in Los Angeles. Police now saying today that bystanders pulled the suspect from his car and shot him. Jen Sullivan has the very latest from the chaotic scene.
A terrifying situation in Los Angeles early Saturday morning. A driver plowing into a crowd of people. Police say the driver, apparently intoxicated, was pulled out of the car and shot.
It was a very chaotic scene.
The LA Fire Department says it happened around 2 a.m. local time outside the Vermont Hollywood music venue in East Hollywood.
They drove through a taco stand, through a valet podium, and then through the crowd of people that were waiting to go inside.
More than 20 people were rushed to nearby hospitals, some with broken bones and soft tissue injuries, according to officials. The car involved seen here being towed away, its front and side smashed. 124 fire personnel rushed to the scene to help.
During that altercation, somebody produced a firearm and shot that driver of the vehicle.
LA Mayor Karen Bass posting on X, calling it a heartbreaking tragedy, thanking the firefighters and police officers who responded. Police do not believe the driver intentionally drove down the street to harm anyone. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
I'm Ami Song.
And moments during the morning commute in Hamilton Heights, that's where a man was stabbed in the head while riding the 1 train. Fox 5's Lisa Evers is live at the scene to tell us more about this. Lisa.
Well, Bianca, a scary morning for subway riders here. A man stabbed in the head over a seat. Now my police sources are telling me that they have a suspect in custody and that this is not the first time he has allegedly pulled a knife. Now the NYPD is telling us that the terrifying drama unfolded about 6 a.m. this morning inside a subway car in the southbound number 1 train as it was pulling into the 145th Street station. The sources tell me a 20-year-old man approached the 56-year-old victim who was sleeping and jostled him to wake him up and get his seat. Words were exchanged and the 20-year-old man pulled a knife and plunged it into the victim's head. NYPD officers who were on the train were alerted to the altercation and were able to arrest the 20-year-old on the spot. Here's how riders are reacting.
I think right now we're in an era where we're seeing more and more crime happening, but I think the crime has still been kind of like always happening. I think that's still just like sad and jarring that, like, you know, a lot of these people that are doing these crimes aren't mentally well and they need help.
I feel like it's not getting better. I mean, they just installed like these new gates to like keep people from pushing people onto the tracks, but I think it was just a waste of money because people, if they want to push you, they're going to unfortunately push you.
Now my sources with direct knowledge of the investigation tell me that this 20-year-old suspect allegedly stabbed his own mother within the last week. He's currently in police custody because of those officers who were riding that subway train at Transit District 3 headquarters. As for the 56-year-old victim, we're told that he is in stable condition and likely to survive. Reporting live from Harlem, I'm Lisa Evers, Fox 5 News. Bianca, back to you in the studio.
All right, Lisa, thank you for the update on that.
you should switch.
Again, the 7 o'clock hour with breaking news in Hawthorne. A busy intersection shut down for an investigation into a deadly shooting. A woman killed during an argument outside of a bar. KTLA's Omar Lewis live at the scene with the latest for us. Omar, good morning.
Hi, Frank. We can tell you an active homicide investigation is taking place right behind us at this intersection of 116th Street and Inglewood. Here this morning, LA County Sheriff's detectives are actively trying to figure out how this woman was shot and killed right here in a parking lot next to a sports bar. You can see the crime scene tape up, and that tent is where that woman was shot and killed out here earlier today. This all unfolding around 2 o'clock this morning. We can take you to the video and tell you that's when Hawthorne police responded to reports of gunfire near a popular sports bar here on Inglewood Avenue. When officers arrived, they found that woman suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. Despite efforts to save her, she was pronounced dead here at the scene. Witnesses say the violence erupted during a gathering at a nearby sports bar. According to those who were there, a vehicle pulled up unrelated to the party. That's when someone got out, approached a car in the parking lot, and a heated argument broke out between two people. One was allegedly dragged from the car, then shot at least 3 times out here. No word on any arrests at this point, but as you can see back out here live on the scene, detectives are gathering evidence, talking to witnesses, and trying to figure out exactly what happened and what led to this shooting that unfolded out here in Hawthorne. If you have any information, you're asked to pick up the phone and contact the LA County Sheriff's Department. They are taking the lead in this investigation. That is the latest for now. Here live from Hawthorne this morning, I'm Omar Lewis. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
The story, KHOU 11 broke first on our morning newscast. A woman accused of gunning down a man at a Metro bus stop is now behind bars. 19-year-old Asia Law had been on the run since Tuesday.
This afternoon, court documents reveal she may be tied to a separate shooting just one day earlier. Stephen Goen, live outside the Harris County Jail with how investigators were able to apparently connect the dots here. Stephen.
Yeah, Ron, on Tuesday, police had already told us that this bus stop shooting suspect may be connected to another case across town. Now she's been charged in both incidents. Investigators, they were able to track her down after she allegedly messaged an ex-girlfriend on social media, admitting she was the shooter. In court today, 19-year-old Asia Law talking out of turn.
Is she still in school? No, I'm not. Ma'am, place your back on the wall. I was not talking to you.
When just moments before, she was silent as a magistrate judge read out the charges against her. Law now accused of aggravated assault and murder, tied to 2 separate shootings in 2 days about 11 miles away.
This is a felony offense involving violence.
The first incident unfolded Monday around 12:45 p.m. at this McDonald's near Tidwell and Spalding. In court records, police say that Law asked for a cup of water but grew agitated when she had to wait. Investigators say she then threw the water and told the cashier, quote, "I'm going to spare your life today. You're lucky you're at work." After that incident, investigators say the McDonald's worker and their friend pulled out from this parking lot and saw someone who they knew at that nearby bus stop. When they stopped to talk to them, they saw the suspect sitting there as well. Then investigators say Law pulled out a gun.
The defendant ended up pointing a firearm and actually discharging that firearm at least 3 times towards the complainant and the complainant's vehicle.
Then on Tuesday, around 9:30 a.m., police responded to this shooting at a Metro bus stop near Antoine and Pinemont. Investigators say a man tried to board the bus, then started to assault the driver. That's when Law allegedly stepped in. Once she and the man got off the bus, police say she pulled a gun and shot him multiple times in the chest.
The breaking news coming into our newsroom this morning, a woman dead after she was found stabbed multiple times yesterday afternoon. News 12's Brittany Cadet, she's in Fordham this morning with the latest information from police as they continue to investigate this. Brittany.
Yeah, Kirsty, police are saying they initially responded to an assault in progress here at 2295 Grand Concourse, but they say when they got here on scene, they actually found a woman stabbed multiple times throughout her body here. Now, let's get straight to that video of what the scene looked like just a few hours ago. Police say this all happened Tuesday afternoon, just before 3. We're told EMS rushed the woman to Bronx Care Healthcare System, where she was pronounced dead. According to NYPD data, murders are actually down significantly in the area that covers the 46th precinct. This time last year, there were 17, and now there are about 4, including yesterday's. Now, right now, police say they do have a person of interest in custody right now, so stick with us right here on 12 as this story continues to develop this morning. For now, we're live here in Fordham. I'm Brittany Cadet, News 12, The Bronx.
All right, Brittany, a story we'll continue to check in with you on. Thank you.
Now to a mother being remembered tonight, this after being shot in her home right in front of a young child. According to police, it was her husband who pulled the trigger. Tonight, family members and neighbors are facing the devastating reality. Action News reporter Brianna Smith looking into the details for us. She joins us now live at Philadelphia Police Headquarters with the new information and a sad story, Brianna.
Yeah, Shari, neighbors say that the family recently moved to the area and they had nothing but pleasant interactions with them. So this deadly shooting came as a shock to many. They also say they can't help but think about the children who were inside at the time.
It's really a tragedy. It's heartbreaking.
Latifah Holloway is just one of many neighbors still trying to process the tragic death of 28-year-old Amira Harper.
I'm devastated. It's like, you know, she's friends with my daughters. She's like a daughter to me. And her kids always come over here. They play with my grandchildren.
Philadelphia police say Harper was shot and killed by her husband, 28-year-old Zaki Bonds, inside their home on the 2600 block of Latona Street in South Philadelphia on Saturday night. Sources tell Action News the couple was in their kitchen when Bonds fired 11 shots. He was holding a 1-year-old baby at the time. Other children were in the living room.
I didn't know them well, but they were neighborly. The family took care of their children, and that's what really hurts most, is the fact that the children's lives are forever going to be affected.
Anthony Carden says he didn't hear the gunshots, but he saw the aftermath.
I did see the family run out, you know, and that's it's hard to forget.
We just started grabbing all the kids because they shouldn't have had to witness nothing like that.
Police found Bonds hiding in a backyard and took him into custody. While investigators collected evidence inside the home Saturday night, loved ones embraced each other on the street.
It's traumatic for all of us, you know, so like I said, I'm praying for the family. My heart goes out to them, particularly the children.
And the family asked for privacy as they grieve this unthinkable loss. As for Bonds, he's charged with murder, recklessly endangering another person, and other related offenses. Live outside Philadelphia Police Headquarters, Brianna Smith, Channel 6 Action News. Shari?
Okay, Brianna, thanks. And sickening safety alert.
A little girl lured into a park bathroom where deputies say that she was raped by a stranger. Local 10 Sanella Sabovic live now in Northwest Miami-Dade with a disturbing detail. Sanella.
Calvin and Nicole, disturbing and horrifying. The victim in this case is only 11 years old, and deputies say all of this happened at the bathroom here at Gwen Cherry Park, and several vigilant people that were here at the park held that suspect down until deputies arrived.
18-year-old Antoine Johnson is behind bars this afternoon, accused of sexually battering an 11-year-old girl. Deputies with the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office say this happened Tuesday night at Gwen Cherry Park along Northwest 22nd Avenue. According to an arrest form, the victim told police that Johnson asked her to go into the female bathroom to get him toilet paper. He then followed her, grabbed her, and moved her to a last stall, covering her mouth and battering her. Then she told police he made her lay on the ground and forced intercourse again while she was pleading for him to let her leave. It was at that point deputies say a witness entered the bathroom and saw Johnson, who then took off. Citizens at the park chased after him and detained him until deputies arrived. They spent a good part of the evening investigating, sealing off the park with crime scene tape, collecting evidence and speaking to witnesses. Miami-Dade fire rescue crews transported the child to an area hospital in stable condition to get checked out. A former classmate of Johnson's who didn't want to show his face on camera reacts to hearing the news.
I went to school with him back in 9th grade. Ain't really talked to him, just knew of him. He wasn't really in the right the mindset in 9th grade when I was in 9th grade. So hearing about it, it's disgusting, to be honest.
Johnson is facing 3 charges that include sexual battery on a minor by an adult, kidnapping, and false imprisonment of a child under the age of 13. He made a bond court appearance today, and a judge denied him bond on his first 2 charges.
So Johnson was also ordered to stay away from the victim. That is the latest. Reporting live out of Northwest Miami-Dade, Sanella Sabovic, Local 10 News.
We begin with that deadly shooting in Queens, a killing that may be the result of a love triangle. The victim, a man in his 50s, was shot in the chest and the stomach.
The accused gunman is behind bars this evening. That situation led up to the shooting. What it was that led up to the shooting, twisted and convoluted.
Eyewitness News reporter Crystal Cranmore is at the 109th Police Precinct in Flushing to lay it all out for us. Crystal.
Good evening, Joe and Sandra. Well, police have identified the suspect as 55-year-old Jose Centeno, who was transported from here to Central Booking just within the last couple of hours after he surrendered earlier this morning. Now, we are learning a little bit more about the victim, who police have identified as 50-year-old Antonio Cantor. Neighbors tell me that surveillance cameras actually captured the two men fighting in the middle of in the street, a woman desperately trying to stop that fight before shots rang out. Grocery items scattered across the street after shots went flying in this College Point community Thursday night. The victim, identified by police as 50-year-old Antonio Cantor, was just returning home from the store with his girlfriend, according to neighbors, when he was gunned down.
I was back there in my shop doing some work. I heard, I just took a break for a minute. You know, I sat down, it was a little humid. And I heard some noise. I heard the gunshots. 5 shots, 8 shots. Dog started barking. I'm like, yo, get in here. Something's going on out there.
First responders rushed to 119th Street and 29th Avenue around 10:30 p.m. Despite all their efforts to stop the bleeding from his chest and stomach,
I seen them doing CPR and everything, and they try to keep him alive.
Medics rushed Cantor to the hospital where he died, caught, police say, in a love triangle. Officials tell us the triggerman is 55-year-old Jose Centeno. People who work at warehouses nearby say surveillance cameras captured Centeno and Cantor tussling it out in the middle of the street. A woman believed to be Centeno's estranged wife and Cantor's current girlfriend tried to break up the fight when shots rang out.
It's very quiet over here. Nothing happens like that around here.
Just a quiet area. Anything can happen here.
Loved ones at the scene were too distraught to talk on camera. So were most neighbors, who tell me off camera they'll remember Cantor as a nice handyman, always in his red pickup truck, ready to help a neighbor in need.
You gotta be pretty crazy. Is it worth it? Think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, we all get mad at somebody here and there, but not to do that. It's not worth it.
Not worth it. We know from police that Centeno has been charged with murder and criminal possession of a weapon. For now, we are live in Flushing. Crystal Cranmore, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.